The first perspective we are going to take is on forest and climate change, and I now have the pleasure to relieve myself from duty for this session and hand over to the Director for Climate Change here at GIZ. He has actually 18 years or more of professional experience. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to a moderator for the second panel of today, Dr. Ashish Chaturvedi.
Let me invite all my sort of panelists on the table. What do you think are the sort of the critical challenges of governance when it comes to forests and climate change?
First challenge which I think is the challenge of coordination. The second challenge which I think is the challenge of being transparent. Again, when I say transparency, it's not that one has to be transparent within one's own division where the officer or the person is working, but you have to have an interaction with the outside world also. And the next challenge, which is last but not the least, is about the extension and awareness.
Whether are we going to discuss this subject academically here like this in a classroom sort of session or in a closed hall, or when we are going to the field and then try to understand that it is this climate change, if you talk about adaptation or mitigation, whatever you want to say about, it is interlinked with so many sectors. There should be some sort of clear-cut policy from the central government, making Forest Department as a nodal agency, because at the central level also, there are very grey areas between environment and forest.
I think none of us can deny that convergence of resources that are being expended on forestry across various arms of not only the government, but also non-government actors need to come together and converge, because end of the day, you have a constant, which is land. Now, we've realized, Ashish, that all of these pools of convergence are growing organically. And there is a huge impetus and focus at all levels to promote convergence. We've created a platform called Corporate Forest Responsibility, through which we've routed about $8 million of convergence for the forestry sector in various sites of India. And now, through our NDC roadmap, we are advocating for a centralized platform through which the government convergence can act faster.
In Himachal, we have 3 externally aided projects running. We have one by GIZ, one by JICA, then another one is coming up with the aid of World Bank. Then we have KFW project. And every project, for that matter, believe me, have a component on climate change and adaptations. We must realize that whatever money is being spent in the area needs to be done in a proper and comprehensive manner.
When we talk of the forests in the context, it is not only the forest which needs to be taken care. You have to have the landscape approach, how we are achieving it, to what extent we are achieving it. There is a need to have a capacity building of the reporting parameters.
Let's start with Dr. Kishwan's recommendation. Let's move on to the next set of recommendations by Dr. Savita. Okay, let's move on to the recommendations by Mr. Singh. Okay, and then Swapan's recommendations, and finally, Mr. Saksena's recommendations. So thank you very much for your attention. Please give a big round of applause to my panelists.